Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Mike D'Angelo, aka that Tellest guy. Today we are going to be looking at the final couple of rooms that we are going to put together in our basement level of the Forgotten Keep East Wing. We already have the upper level that we were working on last week. Just had a couple things that I had left to wrap up. Oh man, what are you doing up there? Just didn't have a chance really over the weekend to get it done. There was a couple of other things that I needed to work on, and that was where my focus was. So we have two rooms here that we can see that we need to work on. We've got the creature boss fight here, which is going to be kind of like our Frankenstein's monster. And over here in the entry corridor, I feel like it doesn't look quite as expressive as I'd like it to be. So I want to try and do a little bit to kind of add some pizzazz to it. I'll probably be asking the audience for some assistance there. And then right now you can see there's a wall missing from this section of the dungeon. That's by nature, that's not by accident, because we're going to have another secret room that extends off of here. It's not going to be in the normal version of this keep. It'll be a variant, so we'll play with that a little bit. You can also see I've got some Photoshop stuff that was going on in the background. I'm trying to add a little bit more pizzazz to the stream as well, and unfortunately I didn't have enough time to pull that off, so I closed that. Let's see, do I need any of this stuff open? That's a project for me for later. Alright, we're just going to jump into it. I think for the entry corridor, what I can do is we already did like the cracked ground thing before, so I think we're going to go that route again. You can see that we did it up here in the top chamber, but we're going to do this one down here. We're going to mess with the size a little bit so that it's not 100% like the one that we have up there. And let's mess with the opacity. Have it kind of feed through into the other rooms as well. And let's see what else we can do. So we've got the kind of slime gunk there and everything like that. Let's have some of that start to kind of leach through into the other side as well. And that way, it kind of prepares the adventurers for what to expect. And let's do one cobweb, just to tie everything together. We've got multiple things going on. Just out of the way of the door. I'll just kind of do it like that instead. So you got a little bit of flavor connecting this spot. There's not a huge amount of anything going on here, but it at least gets the idea across. Let's go and actually look and see if we're looking at, I don't have anything filtering this down, so we're just going to look at everything all at once real quick. So we've got the castle walls. Oof. It's running a little slow. We've got the broken concrete walls there. Let's see. I think core is where we have the stone walls. And I want to see if we can get something that's a little bit more rubbly looking, because I want parts of the basement to look like they're damaged. Let's see if we do stone, if there's a broken stone wall that we can use. I feel like the dwarven one might be able to do a little bit by way of helping us add a little character. So this piece right here, again, nothing too crazy, but again, adds a little bit of character. Maybe we'll put some little stones there to help sell the idea a bit more. Let's go to here again, and we're going to grab in the core set. We've got these little piles of ruins and these little small rocks. Let's see if we go this route and then go like 10. 10, I say. Adds a little bit. Not a tremendous amount. We're not going crazy or anything like that, but that sells our one room. We're that one step closer. And then I think for the creature room, we're going to try and make it look like there's a body on the table or wherever it is. We might use like the summoning circle, because I feel like that has like a nice look. And then we'll have tables surrounding the area with, alembics and, research books and things like that, scattered papers. It ought to make it look a lot more expressive. If the darn thing would only save. In the meantime, how's everybody doing? That's good. That's good. After this map is over, we are going to celebrate for a second, and then we're going to hop over to our dam again, because that's another map that I am running a little bit behind on, and we'll try and get that at least to a point where we're ready to start making some of the bigger changes, things of that nature. Let's you know what's going to help speed up this process is if we do our resize, because we don't need that top bit anymore. So we'll go this way. Snap to grid 40 by 20 is great. We're going to do, just in case, I don't want anything to be lost, so I'd rather stretch off the side of the screen and then clean that up. You're doing swell. How's about you? I'm doing good. Rihanna and I had a wonderful time over the weekend. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse and then went and saw Jeff Arcuri live, and that was fun. What do we got up here? I feel like stuff went missing and it wasn't supposed to. But for all intents and purposes, it's okay because we have everything that we need over here. So let's save it one more time. I did talk to him. I don't know if it was appreciated or not. I could have just been the quintessential Philly experience that he was trying to get away from. Oh, jeez. Much faster than the first time. Alrighty. So like I said, we're going to go down to the wizards stuff, because that's where we can find a lot of like the summoning stuff, the books. Best friends? That's wonderful. Alright. We're going to use this yellow summoning circle because I feel like it has a little bit more of a sciencey look than an arcane look. I might even trim it down a little bit further. And we're going to put that dead center in the room. And let's give it a little bit of a shadow, and we'll see. That makes it look like it raises out of the floor a little bit more. And we want to make it look like it's got some lift to it. So we'll do that. And let's add some tables. So we'll probably go with the core tables, but let's see what else they have. The Gothic horror tables, if it wasn't a dining table, would work. Snow and ice I'm not a huge fan of here. Got the altars that don't really do the trick. I feel like we're just going to go with the core stuff. We'll set it to 30. It's a pretty long table, but it's alright. We'll have this one here. We'll actually mess with the width in some of the other areas. So we'll have 3 tables in the room. And what we'll do is in advanced settings, we're going to mess with the transformation, change the width to better reflect tables of various sizes. And angles. So this one will bump up to 85. And then that way we have tables in the 3 corners of the room that you don't enter from. I'll just go from there. The nice thing about the spikes is, yes, we have a room where the spikes close in on you if you do like some kind of pressure trap. Let me see if there's a pressure plate real quick too. Let's see. Pressure trap. I'll tell you what, it's an easy fix to do something like that. We've got swinging rock traps and things like that, but what we can really do if we need to kind of give the illusion that there is a trap here, a pressure thing, right here is the color that we're going to be messing with. You can see that it's already that color. So what we're going to do is go to the advanced settings, go to the color, and we're going to mess with the brightness. We're going to move it to 105, change the fill, and we're going to put it right there. Let's do one more because I think not quite dark enough. I want it to be a little bit darker so that the players can see. Yeah, I mean that's I feel like close enough where you'd be able to see. Rihanna, when you're looking at that, is that a little too obvious? Should I bump it back up to like 102? And do something like that? I feel like that's good. That's good. And you think obvious is better? Alrighty. So something like that. That is perfectly fine. So let's go and get alembics. I am probably spelling it wrong. Oh, well, it would help if I was in the stamp layer and not the brush layer. So we've seen this in the other spots of the other spots in the keep already. So we'll do a spigot like that, and maybe like a potion vial. Those ones are all full. Those are broken potions, dropped potions. So instead of doing potion, let's do bottle. And maybe glass? Yeah, worst case scenario, I'll just put the... do something like that. Wow, you're supposed to be under. Something seems a little off there, but it's just the proximity to the grid. And let's go to our wizard stuff one more time. That's a good point that you make, Rihanna. Alright, so we'll have this book over here. Actually, that's great, because what we're going to do is use each one of those alembics. Do that, and maybe like a scattering of paper. Some loose leaf. Well, that note is gihugic for no freaking reason. And I kind of want you to be angled. So I'm gonna do stuff like that. Okay, nothing crazy here. Actually, what we'll do is, so it doesn't have to process as much, we will group that. Okay, same thing down here. We're going to make an alembic, but this one's going to be blue. And we'll do a different kind of feel for it. But we're going to grab one of these guys and we're going to use the blue one. And let's see what else we can throw down there. Do something else kind of sciencey. We'll do a hourglass over here. And green alembic. And one more time. Let's do this one again. But we're going to change the color to better suit like a greenish color. There we go. And then we got to add a little bit of something up there on top. And let's see. I had another book. This one right here. This is the one. Forbidden Knowledge. Alright, so throw a magnifying glass over here too. And some broken stuff over here. And let's see, we've got these magic orbs. Let's see, we got this brain over here that would be fun to use. Let's see if we can't find... let's see, crate perhaps? I'm trying to remember what we used for our aquariums. Let's see if I can change the color of that. There is a method to my madness. Let's do one more table or an altar or something. Let's see. Got this weird silk desk. And again, right now it doesn't really fit the mood because of the color scheme and the width and everything like that. But I'm willing to say, we cut this down to 50. It has a slight altar kind of feel to it. And when you have the brain and the crate on top, I feel like it helps to sell the story a little bit better. Let's make everything a little bit bigger. Throw that here. And then we're going to go here to this, and let's go for the green. Well, here, let's look at what water we can get. Use this Fey water, and instead of snapping it to the grid, we'll do this. Unfortunately, that's as far into the zoom as I can go. Let's give this a try. We'll do like a 50. Oh, you know what? It's not going to matter anyway because it's underneath all that. So what we'll have to do is throw it down over top instead. Well, we'll see what it looks like. feel like that's a little too much, so we're going to go back in, try it one more time at like 25. There we go. I feel like that kind of sells the story of what we're looking for here. Alright, 79 changes, that's a decent amount. Now, Rihanna, while this is saving, is there anything that you can think of that you would want to throw in that room? Besides maybe like a corpse or something like that? Any ideas that you might have? Pardon me while I cough. She says. It's got a corpse in there. Dead. So let's see what we got. We got dungeon bad guys dead there. I feel like we want something a little bit more monstrous looking. We've got Ophelia. We've got dead bodies. We're just going to use this one over here, because this is the body that we did not use over the... Did we? Yeah, we did. Alright. Well, what else do we got? We got this rogue dude who we didn't use. You know what? We're actually going to change that up a little bit. We'll put the rogue in the body yaddy yaddy's room. And we'll make him a little smaller too, so he's a little less imposing. But we're going to bring this big orc dude. It sells the idea a little bit better. Mystery buckets mean mystery fluids. Well, it could. I mean, we already have like the slimes in an earlier room. I don't believe that we're going the... what the heck? I don't believe that we're going the elemental route in this... I mean, it's up to the GM, for certain. But the way that I've been kind of selling the story, not so much elementals or anything like that. More like weird amalgamations of creatures and stuff like that. Let's see. We got the alembics that kind of do like the bucket idea that you had. Candles, mystery buckets. Let's see. Candles I'm okay with. Let's see if we have some like candelabras that we can do. Got the... Actually, the Gothic Horror skull candles are not so bad. Mess with these a little bit more. Oh, you know what? I thought that they were all randomizing. They definitely were not. Ding, 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 ding. All right. And let's tweak that a little bit. And you know what? We're not going to have that in the corner there. We're going to have that over here. All right there, JP. That's the way. And scooch it up so it's a little bit more in line with. Mystery buckets. one more time. I don't think that there's a lot of bucket options. Just for good measure. Throw a shovel in the room and make it like, hey. There's some reason for this. Meh. It's good enough for now. Alright, I think that room is expressive enough. We're going to save one more time, and I guess on this stream tonight, we'll do the one leftover room. So we've got the rubble room, and that actually leads into this other room. My leg is bothering me. I did too many exercises with it today. Alright. So the next step is coming in here, grabbing this, and we're going to make just one long ass corridor. So we've got, I want it to extend a little bit beyond that. So we're going to do a big 5. Expand it beyond here too. Well, it would help if I had the full 100% being used. Easy enough to fix. However, it's even easier to fix if you're doing the background layer and not the wrong layer. Make sure that I'm... Yep. Step real quick. Throw that out to there. And now we have the unenviable task of making a huge amount of walls. So let's grab some walls and get going. Okay. One more over here. We might even overshoot it. Yeah, perfect. They don't travel well in pairs, but they do move in herds. Okay. Oop. Paste over here. Let me save as before I forget. I'll likely think of like one other variant to do once this is done too, and then we'll put some focus on the on that before we drop it to the Patreon. I feel like I'm just a little uncomfortable up here in this room today. It got hot again, so I'll probably wrap this up before we go to the dam, and then tomorrow's map will be about the dam, and then I don't know what I'm doing on Thursday, but we might do like a bonus stream this week with whatever next map we're supposed to be working on. So we'll have to play it by ear. Okay, and one more set of 2. I think what we'll do, maybe our variant will make it so that this is one of the exits to the keep. because traditionally the exit wasn't available to the players in this variant of the Forgotten Keep. The whole idea is that it changes its configuration all the time. So we'll lose that one there, but we'll keep it like this for now. The Forgotten Keep is supposed to kind of feel a little bit like Castlevania. So you're supposed to run into, like, you know, interesting bosses and stuff like that. So we've got that. And let's grab, can I grab it like that? I gotta grab it like shift. No! Jerks. Jerks! I end up grabbing rubble that I don't want. Don't need you, don't need you. Get away. Go home. You are not my friend. Alright, good, good, good. One last little bit. And what we'll do in this room, because the idea is that, you know, there were rats over here and everything like that. Your princess is another chimera. So we're going to grab more of these things. And we'll even drop them down a layer. And we'll spill them over into this part of the chamber. As you can see, we've got this little stuff that's been sneaking through. We're going to have more of these guys in other places, because the whole idea of this chamber is there's a creature for our adventurers to run away from. We want to make it so that they're running around, has a little bit of a material feel to it. A little bit of a path for them to navigate. Let's do something on the insides as well. And maybe we can have it so that there's like a treasure chest or something. If they found their way through here, we want it to feel special. Just a treasure chest over here, nothing too crazy. And then the idea is that whatever creature is absorbing the stuff that was dripping down from the alchemy lab drops down and attacks, whether that's a slime or a giant rat or something like that. And I think that wraps us up for this map. So, with that in mind, now I can ask you guys, did you hear that music playing, or did it not do what it needed to do? My guess is it didn't play anything because it wasn't loading through the desktop audio. You might have heard it, I guess, a little bit through the microphone. I wonder if I put on my Stream Deck to mute me, unmute the desktop audio, play the music, and then reverse everything. But, oh, you know what? My fanfare was premature. So what I would like to do actually is to go back in here and do some more cracks because the idea is that whatever was in here has been stomping around and causing some battle damage. And we'll do one more pass just so it looks nice. Maybe a little bit of overflow one way or the other. Not long what? I do not know what not long means. While that's doing that, let me grab this over here. And there might be one other thing that I can do outside of working on a map myself. Because Matthew, I believe, got me some of his maps that we'll take a real quick sneak peek at, if I can find them. Let's see. What we got here? All right, so we're gonna do with oh yeah, you wouldn't have heard it for very long because it was just a stinger of the song. There is a so there was royalty-free music that I bought like 10 years ago, and they give you a couple different variants of the songs. So you've got a couple of stingers, you've got various like lengths of the song if you want to have like a 30-second version, a 60-second version. There's loops and things like that, and then on top of that they gave you like a set of those songs for like, I think something like $50. Like, it was relatively cheap, all things considered. The idea that I had was to add a little bit more fanfare to when we finished a map together on stream, to have like an image pop up with that music. Again, like I was explaining earlier, I think that the music that you probably heard was a little subpar because you were probably hearing it through the microphone, not through the desktop. But I'll give it a test listen a little bit later just to see what it sounds like. But I do think that it would add a little pizzazz to whatever's going on if I could do that, and throw something up on the stream when something special like that happens. So let's we'll close. I mean, I'll leave that open, but we're gonna look at some of the maps that Matt wrapped up for us. So this is his Bayou map, and each one of these maps has some kind of variant to it as well that he'll be showing off. Matt has been playing a lot of Hunt Showdown, so I have a feeling that some of this got inspired by that. Let's see, we've got a Ruins Trail that I'll move over. We got this guy here. I'm looking at the gridless version of it. Pretty cool stuff. Matt headed on his way out to California today, so this is, we miss him, and we're showing this off. This would directly kind of interface with that Fork in the Road ruins that he showed off to us before. And we've got a snowy house. I might have to see what I can do about this. I might have to talk to him about this one, because I'll explain it in a second. So those of you who have been paying attention know that the left side of our maps will typically get cut off a little bit. But one of the things that I might be able to do is, instead of having him like adjust anything, I might just be able to rotate this 180 degrees and do it that way, or have I don't know. I'll have to play with it a little bit because I'm not sure that we're going to. If we throw this down on one of our printful maps, we're gonna drop off some of that. So I want to be aware of that. And then he's got one other one for us. We'll be kind of distributing these over the. Let's see what we got. We got stream. We'll be distributing these on the Patreon over the next couple of weeks. And then this is a cool little one. This is Stream. So, just nice, simple map. Very, very cool look and everything. So, I'm excited to have a lot more to be able to throw at people over the next couple of weeks. And it helps because clearly I'm a little bit behind. We were supposed to have the Forgotten Keep and the dam done, over the last week. So I've got a little bit of work cut out for myself to get that done. But the good thing is I don't have to commute to work tomorrow, so I should be able to put together a little bit of time for myself to wrap that up. But at least for now, that's what we're looking at. We're going to go over to our closing the show. I'll chat for a few minutes about the stuff that we got going on. So folks, again, thank you for joining me today. If you want to look for all of the stuff that you can find regarding Tellest, you can find that on our website at www.tellest.com. For the battle maps that we've been working on, as well as an art post that you can see every day, we have that on our Patreon at patreon.com/Tellest. If you want to look at these videos at any time after we've streamed it, you can find it at youtube.com/@worldofTellest. You can find us on our live streams here on Twitch at twitch.tv/thattellestguy. And anything that we sell, you can get through our Etsy store, which is tellest.etsy.com. And last but not least, if you want to follow up on any of the stuff that we do on TikTok, we've got 2 channels that are live right now for that. Tales of Tellest, Tails. That is anything regarding our 3 pups. And Rihanna's got Weird Witch Wands, WYRD Witch Wands is her wand channel. She's getting more popular, and a lot of her wands are moving a little bit quicker, so it's fun to check those out and see what kind of stuff she's working on. But we're going to let that be it for today, and we'll be back tomorrow for another stream. We'll move on to the dam and then see what else we have in store for us. So thank you for joining us, and I'll see you next time, and I'll miss you. Of course, Chalky Milk.